What's up, everybody? This is Magzilla coming at you. We just had week two of the Collegiate Gymnastics, men's gymnastics season. Um, so this is probably my third video of the year. Just rocking along. Still tracking what's going on. Trying to give some insight. Have been having some long videos lately, and the goal is to make it a little bit shorter this time, short and sweet. It's probably not going to happen. I actually was able to find some videos to watch, and there's a lot of meets this weekend, so a lot of information. So it's probably going to be a long one, but I'll keep it moving, keep rolling, do the best I can. Let's jump into it. Like I said, this is my little podcast. We're doing it just to bring some conversation to the men's gymnastics season. So yeah, if people want to chime in the comments, feel free. I don't think I've had very many views at this point, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm just doing my own thing. What else to say? I don't know. We're rolling. Okay, so what happened this weekend? Boom. Let's look at it. Okay, so we had the West Point Open at Army. Navy came out with a big score. Penn State broke 400 here. Looking good. We also had Springfield and William Mary. You can kind of see William Mary maybe not as impressive as Springfield. Army kind of in the mix, but still not super impressive. And then we had Stanford versus Cal Berkeley. I kind of already said this meet was going to be probably pretty lame. I've seen Cal versus Stanford many, many times. I think there's going to be at least four of these this season. But actually, it ended up being super interesting as Stanford threw up some big numbers, which I was surprised to see. And actually, Berkeley threw up some big numbers. So both of them in the mix, looking good. Ohio State, I mean, this is their first outing that I've seen. 395. That's solid. Who knows? I couldn't get any footage of this meet, and I have a lot of footage already, so I just would expect a little bit more from them. But, maybe they're watering down, maybe they're not going full for it yet. I got to do some more research on them. Greenfield, once again, very strong for them. They're just behind Army. I think they had head out Army a little bit. I think they beat Army last week. But they're in the mix, and as one of the new teams, it's exciting to see. Yeah, nothing bad to say about it. Air Force, you know, a solid score. I would expect a little bit higher than Army. Oh, actually, I lied. Lower than Army. Interesting. I'll have to look into this. But then Oklahoma out of nowhere was kind of expecting something from them, but I didn't expect 413. Look at this, just behind Stanford by point two. I mean, two different meets. Hard to say what's up, but dang, that's a huge score. A huge score I wasn't expecting. So, both of these teams are throwing down. I'm pretty sure Oklahoma is throwing really hard. I don't think they're watering down. Stanford, I wouldn't say they're watering down per se, but we'll get into it. I don't think their best guys were throwing their best routines. But who knows? Who knows, really? But this is going to look like a really fun matchup for this season. Illinois had their first meet, 404. Meh, in the mix. If you look at Ohio, they got Ohio at least beat. And Michigan, 405. Not that impressive. But they're still missing Judah and Fred Richards. Does that mean 10 points? Is that going to bring up 10 points? Two people? I mean, Fred Richards could potentially be an all-rounder, but I don't know if you're going to make it 10 points. I mean, this is massive for first meet stuff. Simpson, meh, still unimpressive. I mean, good for them. Just starting out, but I'm pretty sure they're, yeah, they're kind of at the bottom. But that's what we're looking at. That was kind of scores. I think one of these is the other one that I care to look at. Boom, here. Okay, what happened in Gymact? Okay, Temple competed. West Point Open. They were the one Gymact team in the West Point Open. 287. I mean, not unexpected, but not impressive either. Arizona State with the 309. Looking like they're the best in the Gymact at the moment. Bay Area Bandits. Meh. 149. Obviously not a full team. Storm. They're pretty interesting coming up. 147. Pretty new team. It's pretty low score though. Texas Armadillos. They didn't have a full team either, but they actually were pretty impressive with some good individuals. So this is something to look at. Kansas City, whatever. I mean, better than some of these other teams. Minnesota, 308.6. Okay, when we're comparing that with Arizona State, these are obviously the top runners here. I mean, this is going to be competitive. Iowa, not even in the conversation, really. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Washington. Washington is, I mean, it's there. I always call this striking distance. I mean, really, it's more like, if I did my math right, 11 point different? 11 points? Is that something they can make up? I don't know. I feel like they're probably not holding back. I don't know if they can find another 11 points. But who knows? Who knows? Early times. But yeah, a lot of exciting stuff just across the board. I think this is what Gymact's about right now. What will Arizona State do against Michigan? I would like to see Washington in the conversation. But that's what's up. So what does that mean in the scheme of things? Well, let's go back to NCAA. We have our power rankings. Okay, I guess Stanford dropped from first to first. I don't know why there's a minus there. Or maybe they stayed. They stayed first. That's what happened. Oklahoma right behind them, of course. That's what I was thinking too. These are the teams right now. Only teams above 410. Michigan, I guess, is behind them. That's good. We'll see. It's kind of a gap, but we'll see. And surprisingly, Illinois in fourth place. Okay. I thought Penn State did pretty good. That's interesting that Penn State's not in the conversation, really. Where are we? 401. I guess Illinois did 404. Interesting. Okay, makes sense. I mean, it's just math, I guess. Nebraska's in it. I forget what Nebraska scored. Was that last weekend? It must have been a last weekend thing. Oh, I don't know if Nebraska even has a score. But I guess we're expecting a lot from them. I mean, they must have a score. I guess we can play it this way. No. So yeah, Nebraska's. Am I missing something? I could just be missing something. Wow. They're pretty highly ranked, I would say, for a team that hasn't competed yet. That doesn't have a history of being super great. Okay, let's go. Over Penn State. Ohio State's in there. Service Academies, we got Navy. Over Air Force. Over Army. And yeah, this is where Cal sits. That's pretty high for Cal. I mean, top 10. And Springfield's up there, Greenfield's up there. This will be interesting between Greenfield and Springfield. I think they'll be very competitive. I hope William & Mary can stay above Simpson. But there is your power ranking. Pretty strong. All right, let's dive it in to some of the actual scores here. So I was already looking at stuff. Let's go into the top 10. So what happened with Oklahoma? How did they do this? Well, I could look at the low scores always. So you can see low score 12-7. Other than that, I believe maybe this pommel horse score. So interesting. P-bars, pommel horse. But these are all 13s, obviously, pretty much, with some 14s. I mean, this is very strong. I mean, this score is gigantic here. We'll actually probably maybe take a look at this today. But yeah, very strong showing. Emery, the guy on the floor, looking great. I think he had a great vault too. Yeah, he had a pretty high vault here. Looking great. What happened to pommel horse? Fuzzy did pretty good. I think he, is on a lot of events at the bottom, but he's doing it. He's counting. Yeah, what happened on pommel horse? Oh, they have Yonkers. Did pretty good here. This might be interesting to see the Nunes routine. Nunes, the name kind of rings a bell. Oh, here. He moves on P-bars. Was it just... Oh, is it just P-bars? Interesting. Oh no, I make it think. It's never a good thing. Let's get out, eject. Oh no, it's all confused now. Oh, never mind. Oh, I was playing this game before. So this will kind of show you the ranking. Yeah, he just had the 2 events. But, solid showings on 2 events. So, the thing that is nice to see here is that, it's a lot of well-rounded scores. Like, you don't have one guy carrying the team here. I'll show you again. Yeah, like Emery is bringing some scores, but no one. Oh, I think this. If we go to MVP, that was what I was looking at. Come on, friends. Good. Yeah, you can see. No all-arounders, really. Like, scores coming from everywhere, but no real big all-arounders. But yeah, I mean, that is a solid showing. Look at Stanford. You can see like Asher Hong's here, bringing a ton of scores. Taylor Burkhart, all around, bringing a ton of scores. You see? Quay didn't do rings or high bar. He did high bar for the world's team. But that's not his strongest event anyway. So they were able to kind of use him on the better events. This is kind of a low score here. 12-8. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I didn't see this routine. I think we counted on 11. Is that what happened? Yeah, we had to count 11-5 as a low score. That must have been a tough routine for somebody. Yeah. Probably just went wrong. But anyway, it's a different approach. An approach where you have a few all-arounders really bringing the scores. And then people filling in like one event, 2 events here. I mean, these are good scores. These are kind of middle of the road. Actually, they're good scores. These are good scores. Another team would love to have those scores. Oh, interesting. A little pommel horse stand out here. Yeah. Some other scores here. I don't know what here. Maybe I don't know. Expect an individual here to kind of throw up a big score. Maybe he had a big routine and it didn't work out. I don't know. But different approach. Different approach of a team throwing up a few guys on every event, and then some individuals filling in the gaps, as opposed to looking at Oklahoma, who they pretty much spread the routines around to everybody. No one's really a standout all-arounder. And it'll be interesting to see if they can add difficulty as they go. That's what's going to, I feel like, tough. I think this might be where Oklahoma's at. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's what I wanted to do with those big scores. If we fall back again, we can look at Penn State real fast. I did a lot of Penn State last time I was looking at the scores, so I'm not going to spend all day on it. I believe, where are we, week 2? Dun, 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 dun. So they brought their all-arounders also. They have some guys I would expect, like Matt Comier, still not really stepping up. He had 26, I guess. I don't know where this score came from. It's a little weird. Oh, because he did 2 weeks. So now they're adding the scores together. So we have to go someplace like this. Yeah. Interesting. Well, Josh Carnes is their go-to guy. So, 13s. Not bad. I think he's more of a swinger. Didn't even use him on rings. Didn't use him on vaults. So arrested him maybe. There you go, Matt, 13s. Oh, Josh, this is 14-9. I've seen some of his routines are great. I didn't see this routine specifically. But, obviously, he's the Penn State guy right now. Comier, again, not very high on high bar. I don't know why they keep using him on high bar. I wonder if he can do something else. He used to be a really good standout on floor. He must be injured. But anyway, that's what we're looking at. Penn State. Go, Penn State. Dun, dun, dun. Anybody else? We got new scores from Michigan. All 13s, 14s in the ballpark. Look at this, though. What is this? They had a 15 on rings? I didn't see this. This is a massive score. I wonder if I could find this routine. Might have to do a look. Anyway. Once again, doing well. No Fred Richards, obviously. That could help out here, probably. Yeah. No Paul. Judah. That could help out. I think Paul, I remember having a strong high bar routine also. So these 13s can kind of go away, possibly. It could be in the 14s. It's not going to pick it up so much, like a point, maybe. Point and a half. This is a great vault right here. That's interesting. But yeah. Some stuff to think about. Sorry, things are not working the way I want. But yeah, feeling good about it. Nice. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little carried away on that one. For some reason. I have autoplay on. Anyway, all right, back to what we really care about. I guess we can kind of dive in. I wanted to see this vault, but I don't think I'm going to make it happen. Crew Bold looked pretty good on high bar. pretty good on P-bars here. So in the mix. So it's just interesting they can't get that. Well, this is a 14. I don't know why that says that, because that's not what they scored. Maybe that's the highest of older routines. Highest team scores possible. They're at the 14. Oh, that's kind of fun. I didn't realize we did that. Do you think Stanford's any better? No. But then Stanford only has the one meet. Nebraska hasn't competed yet. California counted a 10 on P-bars. Can't be doing that. You gotta figure that out. This is not great either. Same guy? No. That was rings, 11. But solid scores everywhere else. No real standouts, honestly. Like they're just topping out 14 a little bit. Oh, I've not looked at this yet, guys. So they counted an 11 and an 11 and two 12s. But this was a nice vault score. Someone did decent on vault. And then just really rough pretty much everywhere. Who knows? I don't know. Like I said, this is not one of the teams I'm like super familiar with, so I'm not like sure what I would expect them to score right now. But you know, they're in the mix. Definitely in the mix. Navy had a big one. Navy has a guy. What's his name? I'm sure I'm going to find out right now. Oh, interesting. This guy. Sam. Looking really strong. Floor and pommel horse. Looking good. Yeah, Isaiah Drake is supposed to be their guy. Use him on rings. They didn't use him. I wonder if they're holding him. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Siam. The Siam guy's really good looking. I gotta get some research. Maybe next week we'll look into Navy a little bit more, or we'll look at them next time they compete. So I'm ready to see some video from them. But yeah, so Isaiah was their guy. Oh, they had him on vault too. Pretty good score on vault. So interesting they're not really using him right now. I wonder if they're holding him for what's it called? Not blackjack. Whatever. Winter Cup. To get so he's not injured. Maybe they think he can make a run for the Olympic team. I don't really think he's in that range. But okay, Navy. Let's go Navy. Air Force. Air Force had a tough one. I'm pretty sure that they count a lot of falls. But you can see there's some 14s up here. Maybe right there and right there. Counting two 11s on rings. It's not great. 10 on parallel bars. Got some 11s on high bar. Yeah, they had some falls on high bar I saw. But like I said, they're a go hard or go home kind of team. To throw the difficulty doesn't mean they're going to make it. But I appreciate them throwing the difficulty. Any standouts? Pommel horse, 14.35. It's a decent score. This is nice. Not as nice as some of the other teams we saw, though. And this all needs to be. There needs to be like some 14s and P bars. I mean, to catch Navy, they're going to have to do a little bit more. Do I care about Army? Do I care about Springfield? Springfield looks pretty good. Oh, look at this. Who's this guy at 14.7? Kramer? This is interesting. This is something to watch. Be aware of. Look at see. 14.7 on pommel horse. Next score is a 12.4. Literally 2.3 difference. This guy brings the score up 2 points from second place there. Over this guy? Jeez. 2.7? That's a big difference. Imagine if they had 5 of these guys. This is a solid 13. Yeah, it's just all over the map. Like, you gotta pick up, if you picked up these low scores, you'd be looking really good. I mean, it's not easy to do. I totally understand. Like, look, you have massive score here on Pommel Horse with Kramer, and then on P bars with a 12-1. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't have a strategy for them, but 8-1 is in the mix. 3-8-1's in the mix. It's not quite above Air Force or Navy. They're not in real striking distance of California. I mean, they might be able to beat Air Force. Then you can kind of see here. I would like to see them beat Greenfield. I think this is an interesting matchup. I guess we could look at Greenfield. They were a little higher last weekend, it looks like. Yes, we know about Greenfield. Any standout scores? Yeah, good 13, 13. Oh, fall was good for them. Ooh, someone who scored a 14-9. I mean, they keep doing this. They keep getting high vault scores. They're improving, is what's happening. This is not great. But they're improving overall. Oh, this is Fuzzy Benez's brother. Isn't that interesting? Freshman. Cool. Well, keep an eye on them, of course. I kind of feel like we ran out of everything. I feel like that's about the big talking points. Do we care about Gymact? Of course we care about Gymact. I guess we can do it. How did Minnesota do it? How did they score so well? Well, it's a solid Pommel Horse score. That's not a solid Pommel Horse score. But, like I said, it's Gymact. I gotta figure out how they're counting scores in Gymact. I believe they get the drop scores. So it might be, I mean, this is counting 5 scores here. But I think when they compete, I want to say it's only 4 scores count. I don't know where they get the team score. I guess I could do some math for you, but there's no way I'm doing any math. But 100 points is a lot of points. Oh, no, this is 376. But if you go here, they don't do 376. You see, they're saying 308. So they must drop the low score. And so it's a little off. But there you go. So these scores are dropped here. So they're only really going off of this. Still a lot of 11s, like I said. You can count 12s in Gymact, but you don't really want to be dipping into the 11s too much. Dun, dun, dun. Anything worth commenting on? I mean, this is all solid. This is all really good. I guess we could look at the MVP stuff. So they have an all-rounder kind of pulling here. Yeah, three all-rounders and then a bunch of specialists. And this is what I think about Gymact is tough. It's like, why are you bringing specialists who are like scoring in 12s? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not their fault. Because they have to fill a team. And that's the thing. When you're just trying to fill a team with a score, I mean, you're basically trying to, reduce the damage. Like, you're trying to get everyone through a set without falls. Like, you're trying to, like, like you want your big, instead of like coming out with the big guns and trying to beat their big guns, it's like you're just trying to have some safe routines that can like avoid losing. You have a hard time filling your roster, and that's not fun, man. You don't want to be the ones like just trying to fill your roster. But then you look at Arizona State and it's like, hey, you have like 30 people on your team. And then what scores are they counting? one all-arounder. Really propping up the team with a 12-5, 12-0-5 here. Jackson Harrison, big 14 on floor. Eh. High bar could have been better. Got some 11s here. So here's a solid. Is this vault? Oh, rings. I was like leave it to Arizona State to bring a vault specialist. Okay, well, let's go, friends. I mean, this guy has a high bar routine at least. Anyway. We're just cruising along. I was going to do a time check for you all. Because I'm like, it's taking forever. Yeah, okay. We're just about at the 30 minutes. I'm not going to sit and talk about Gymact anymore. But I will. Bayer Bets. They had 2 guys out. They did okay. Florida Storm. 4 guys. Not counting very many high bar routines. But who knows? Maybe they just don't want to put them out there yet. What happened to Iowa? I mean, I thought Iowa had potential to be a little better, but yeah, here we go. 10, 11, 11. You know. I mean, if they get some of these guys, get some more teens together. I mean, come on. 8? That could have been a room for improvement. I think, looking at this, I think they could be competitive if they could just fix some of these low areas, you know. I'd like to see them in the mix better. What happened to Washington? Doing the double score thing. It makes me mad. Not super great. Hard to see. But they actually have a lot of guys here. This is enough for a team. I think they'll continue to improve. I'm hopeful. I don't think they competed yet. Anyone else? Like, I guess I have no idea. UIC. Maybe that's why I don't know anything. Oh, Temple did compete, right? This is solid. I'd like to see these 10s get cleaned up. But like I said, you might count some 12s. You don't want to count a ton of 12s. But you definitely want to clean up these 10s in the mix. Did Rocky Mountain do anything yet? Rocky Mountain has a pretty interesting Instagram. They're always talking smack, which is fun. You can't be doing that. I don't know much about gymnastics, but I'm pretty sure 3.4, 5.8, like these scores need to be cleaned up here. But it's room for improvement. Yeah, you really want to be at least at a 10. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. There's part of a bunch of guys who are floor specialists. Not really. Fault specialists. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know why this is a 2.9. Very interesting. And more to come. But I'm really happy to see Arizona coming out, fine Minnesota, Washington in the mix. Anyway, cool. That was fun. We saw some good stuff. What I would like to do now is kind of jump into some routines. So what are you guys excited to see? So actually, I did see this, which we can start with. We have Asher Hong on. Get some jams. Have him go on the floor. So this is interesting. Double full, double front. This is new. I've not seen him do this. I looked at the Worlds and he didn't do it. So I wonder if that's a new pass for him. But that's about it. I don't think he really upgraded anything else. And that's kind of a shame because like I'd like to see him do some upgrades for the Olympics. Nice double double. He's all over the place. I expect that this time of the season. But hopefully he cleans up these steps a bit. Nice flare sequence, of course. And he's got a good Japanese handstand coming up. So it's good to see he's in the mix, looking pretty healthy. What's he finish? Nice 2.5 layout. This video is just not high quality. I'm sorry, guys. And then he does this man. You think he sticks it? I don't think so. Pretty big hop. Anyway, looking good. That's what Asher looks like right now. I had a thing up and I needed to do it. We're just kind of rummaging through some stuff. I'll recognize things when I see it. I think I have a Cal Berkeley guy. Is that what this is? Oh, no. So this is cool. Colt Walker's back. He had some kind of leg injury. It was something in his back, but it kind of caused weakness in his leg. So to see him on floor again is pretty exciting. I'm not 100% sure what his routine was previously, so I don't know if this is like watered down. It doesn't seem very watered down. Those are two pretty huge passes to start out with. Nice double full, and he actually stuck it, which is great. What we got here? A little Russian sequence. Always a good way to pull up some points. I don't know. Looking strong. I didn't notice what he scored. But this looks good. It might be a little watered down. I wonder why he went for the B press. I feel like you could just do a Branny. But it was clean. He has the time for it. It's not a bad idea, I guess. I just think there's more difficult skills to do. Finishes with the 2.5. Kind of expect that triple full. So maybe he is a little watered down. Still kind of just getting back into it. So it's one thing I was watching this meet live, and they had some pretty funky pommel horse stuff. So we'll dive into that. Oh, actually, I lied. We will not dive into that. Oh, this was an okay routine. It's like middle of the road. I'm not too interested in watching it. Let's see what else. We had some. I believe we could see Asher Hong again. Yeah. So yeah, this is that funky angle. I kind of like it. Nice. I thought he actually stepped down, but he didn't on that. That looked clean. And we got some like really trippy looking flare sequence. It's really strong. I didn't notice him adding anything. I feel like this is the same routine he did at Worlds, so I don't know. I don't know if anything's in the works. The place I really want to see him add difficulty is high bar. I want everybody in the United States to add difficulty on high bar because, that's where internationally we need the help. But yeah, a clean routine, little stuck on the dismount, but stuck at the best part on the pirouette. If he was stuck on the flare to handstand, it would be worse. What else we got? We got another. I think we have Burkhart. He actually was a good. Oh no, this was an interesting routine. I thought this could have been really strong from Cal Berkeley. This is the one I thought I was showing before. And so you got your little scissor up and nice circles. He has very clean circles. I wish you could see it from the side. Nice zone. Strong flop sequence here, looking clean. Looking clean. And he goes right into another flop, so the Russian. Is that the E? I think that's an E. Like a woo, looking good. Nice travel. See, that was not good. He went down pretty hard. I don't know, he just got his arm caught underneath him. But it happens. Pommel horse, it happens. But this could have been a really good routine without the fall. Anyway, he finishes strong, if I remember correctly. I don't know if I really want to wait around for it. We got things to do, people to see. Oh, we saw this one. I wanted to see Burkhart. Oh, Koi Young. Yes, this is another one I wanted to see or show everybody. What happened here? He's thinking about it. Scissor handstand. Nice. And circles. Man, he looked so good at Worlds. Oh, nice. Good. Flare to handstand and back down. Always tough. Good travel. Nice. The woo. Nice. Magyar skips the middle. Savato. Nice. So I believe there was a little bit more difficulty at Worlds. Like I feel like that's a little watered down. And it couldn't have been much. Very strong. Very happy to see him doing well. So this is kind of cool. I get the little music. We get Asher Hung on vault. What do you think he's gonna do? Cause 1.5. Hop out of bounds. Is he? I mean, I guess it's early. Makes sense. Save the gymnast. Don't overdo it. But I would have liked to see the Risei Guang. Would have been badass. What else did we had from this meet? Ooh, you guys watch? Everyone watch Koi on P bars. I think this is solid. Let's see if the video holds up. Computer gets so slow sometimes. Nice. Nice. You see, clean. I mean, I don't think he's blowing anyone's mind with the difficulty here. Nice. I think he does a Babzar here. Yeah, that was actually really high. See, Burkhart was excited about it. Nice. Solid routine. Solid routine. Do I care to watch a Cal Berkeley routine? Maybe. This was pretty clean here. I mean, I'm not super obsessed with it. By the way, we still don't have a routine above 15 NCAA. So, still waiting around to see if anyone's going to break 15. That was huge. Yeah, so you could see Cal Berkeley's got some stuff, you know. Definitely in the running. Okay, well, we'll take a break from this real fast. I'm just going to pull up some. Maybe I should hide it. I don't know if I should let people know. But I did find that Oklahoma has a bunch of their meat here. So this was a good one. Oh my god, the sound's going to be so annoying. Maybe I can get there fast enough. This is what I mean by slow computer. Okay. That was unfortunate, friends. And it's loading. That's even worse. That's why you shouldn't be recording and loading videos at the same time. Do you give him a stick on that? I don't really give that a stick. I don't think that was a stick. We're going back. We're watching it again. Very sad about the playback speed. At least it didn't make me watch a commercial. Yeah, I feel like he slid his foot back. I think they're going to say it was a stick, but I think he slid his foot back. But I mean, what can I say? Only the best. Don't accept anything less than perfect. I want to see his floor routine. It was a really impressive routine. Let's get on the floor. Here, this is the routine. This is the routine everyone needs to watch. Put it on record. I mean, I'm not calling it, I could be definitely, probably an All-American on floor right here. Probably. Anyway, so what we like to do is we like to interchange some commentary in between the routines. So we're going to go back and see what teams. Stanford. Oh, sorry, we're looking at the wrong team. But anyway, exciting stuff, right? It's good to see. This is a 14.75. That is a good. Oh, there's our Gymact website. If you guys didn't know, I have a feeling it's going to work now. We go full screen. We go full screen. Oh, that's interesting. It's always interesting to me what kind of things YouTube wants me to watch. No. That was a great mount. Double double. There we go. It will let me watch full speed. Ooh, that was good. This has got to work. It's got to let me watch this in not horrible graphics. Double double again. He did. I think the first pass was laid out double double, I believe. Come on, computer. This is absolute trash, by the way. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to see what this was. Believe 1.5 double full. That's a sweet pass right there. And then we come back with double double tucked. Clean. These landings are on point, which is pretty good. Very strong here. I love these little jump things. I'm thinking about doing a little video about floor and how everyone's talking about there needs to be more artistry. There's actually some talk that we need to add a requirement for artistry, which I think is kind of lame. Like, first of all, I mean, I guess it's different for different people. I personally don't want to do any kind of dancing elements. I feel like there's lots of places for dancing and sports where people do dancing. I just don't get it, you know. But if anyone's interested, I think I am going to do a little video on it. We're going to look at what gymnasts are kind of doing that already, and then I will give my opinion on it. Like I said, this ended up being a little long, a little sloppy, but what are you going to do? Do you think Army can beat Michigan? Okay, this is next week. This is what we're gearing up for. Where I live is probably going to be a lot of rain, I heard, so I'm not going to be doing much. I'll have time to watch. I think I'm going to try to catch this Navy Open. I think Illinois is going to trump Greenville, obviously. I think Rocky Mountain Open will be our first look at Nebraska. But if I'm going to look at scores, I think Oklahoma is going to wreck house. I'll give Nebraska the benefit of the doubt over Air Force. But I would like to see Air Force beat Nebraska, honestly. Like I said, Michigan, obviously. Illinois, obviously. Who do I think can do this? I have a soft spot for Penn State, and I just think Penn State can easily win this. I mean, honestly, I don't know much about Ohio State, and I just don't think Navy can challenge Penn State at a 400. I think this was like a 380, and I don't see them reaching too much higher. But maybe all they have is Isaiah Drake hasn't really put too much routines in yet, so if they put him in, he can do good. I think William Mary's going to be last. Springfield's going to be second to last. That's what I'm calling. Yeah, I think Ohio will beat Navy, but it'll be close. It could be close. That's probably the matchup to watch out for. But anyway, not the most exciting weekend. Not as good as this last weekend, but I will report back next week. Sorry about the videos this time around. I thought that was gonna go way smoother, but I still enjoyed having something. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Watch men's gymnastics. Have a good evening. I'm out.